don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators, as long as you're a young, cool guy who gets top 10 recruiting classes every year, and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You thought about having a model?
No. Good morning, State. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It is Monday, February 16th, 5 minutes after 10. And that's right. I just did a wardrobe change right in fucking front of you. Also, I changed the background a little bit for what was offered in the Book It stream. And I think this is the, the gangbang of, what's her name? Lily something? Do you know what I'm talking about?
This is what we're going with?
Well, no, so I was selecting a bunch of them, and then I don't know how to get back there. Oh, wait a minute. I landed on this one. Hold on. I think I can do it. Visual effects. So this is where all the jerseys are. This is great. I feel like I just hacked into something. There's some good ones here. This looks like maybe I should leave this one. Do you like this one?
No.
Okay. I think that's Trent.
I think you stick with the gangbang one.
Oh, well, you just said this is.
I just didn't know you were going to come out strong like that. When I saw you 5 minutes ago, you were literally a normal guy with a normal background and a normal shirt. Now you have that stupid ass Where's Waldo shirt on and a gangbang background, and it happened within a matter of 60 seconds.
Well, I had a different shirt on, but then I saw J.E. Thorpe that said, I hope Jeff still isn't wearing that sweater or those rings. Well, hold on a second. Or those rings. Oh, he's talking about the rings that I tweeted about where I asked if what people thought of them. Nobody liked that ring. You said it looked like an Apple Watch. I didn't understand what the fuck you were talking about. You didn't like those rings?
You get an Apple Watch, and then you should look at your ring, and then you'd understand what I was talking about.
First,
let's talk about the shirt. Is this the shirt?
Yes, this is a J. Crew long sleeve shirt. And I had to answer for it about 15 times on Twitter yesterday. It is my oui Parisian shirt. And I think I've honestly probably worn this shirt less than 5 times. And I think I've had it for like 2 years. So it is really funny that I'm wearing it. And I was wearing it at the time when I recorded that video to FaceTime you to say thank you, which we'll get into in a second. And I didn't even realize it was going to get flamed for this shirt so much. But you can be brutally honest with me. Is this a bad shirt?
Yeah, I thought I was pretty honest with you. I thought it was weird when we FaceTimed. Then I saw it on Twitter. It looked worse on Twitter. But is that green?
Yeah, it's like a dark green.
It looked black on Twitter, I'll say that. But you look like a mime who, instead of not talking, never fucking stops talking.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I personally think in person, the shirt doesn't look as bad. But I will say,
it looks better today on the stream than it looked in the picture yesterday on Twitter. And I think that's because it really looked black. Green is a little better. I still don't like it. I want to be very upfront about it. I don't like that shirt.
Okay.
But it looks better today than yesterday.
Yeah. And that is totally fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is my favorite shirt. It does feel like kind of French and, like I said, Parisian. So when I go on vacation, I usually always do, my friends made fun of me when I went to Portugal. I bought a fedora and I wore a fedora. I also wore a soccer jersey, which you do on the Super Bowl, which is incredible, but that's not for this conversation. But I kind of like getting the spirit. Now, going to Maine is not going to France. Let me just be very clear. But I haven't taken a trip in a while. And I was I was packing and I was like, oh, you know what? This is going to be the shirt where I'm just hanging out, drinking coffee, reading newspaper, laying low. This is my lounge shirt. That's what I told myself, right? Stripes everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
yesterday, I wasn't even supposed to go to dinner in that shirt, but kind of had a little bit of a day.
Yeah.
Went to a brewery at like 2:30. By the way, Maine, I know you're a big Maine guy. Great beer. I don't know if you're
Oh yeah.
so I don't yeah, I know Maine Beer Company is really good. I went to this brewery. I never drink. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. Keep going.
Well, if you see a funny comment, you can this
No
is your
thanks.
gay shirt. Very
Okay.
funny. Is that what you're laughing at?
Yeah, but all my focus.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not distracted by the dudes in the background or the shirt or anything. I'm totally focused on what you're telling me about the beer in Maine.
You just told me you wanted me to keep this background. I'm gonna change it.
No, leave it.
Do you want me to put Trent?
Is that Trent?
I think that's Trent.
You think that's Trent?
Why? Who else would it be?
I don't know.
These are all saved. These are all saved.
That looks like Goots, dude. That looks like baby Goots.
No, that's Trent.
Trent.
Please change background. I'm at work. Okay, very funny. Now I go back to the BBC. It's very funny. All right, hold on. Let me just see. There's one more. There's one more. What is this one? That's kind of fun.
Very distracting.
I think this is a strip club. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Touch on Jesus.
Oh, that's pretty you. Yeah, sure. We can
yeah. Oh, actually, I kind of look like I look Irish. So, anyways, I get this beer, and it's an Irish red ale, and I don't really like red ales, but it had like such a good description of like easy drinking. It was fucking fantastic. The beer just set me off right. And then there was an Irish bar right down the street. Went to an Irish bar, had a Guinness, and had a God, what was it called? Dead Rabbit whiskey, a little whiskey. And I was feeling good. Wife was feeling good. We had 6:30 dinner reservations, but next thing you know, it's like almost 5 o'clock. We're like, we're kind of hungry. Let's just go eat dinner now. So I didn't change. So I kind of look like a jabroni. You know what I'm saying?
So that wasn't your plan to wear that to dinner.
Correct. Does
But your wife likes that shirt.
My wife does like this shirt. Yes.
Is she in the room with us?
No con nipple. You can. I saw Jovan commented, "Wife is fake sharp," which is fine.
Yeah,
it was very funny. Yep, which is fine. Listen, if you guys are out on the shirt, you're out on the shirt. That's okay. I'm not going to defend it, but I just wanted to at least explain myself. Like this was like a daytime shirt that ended up accidentally turning into dinner, which is not necessarily like the dinner look. Also, I was drinking an old fashioned, and that was like a cruise ship old fashioned. Like it was hilarious. The old fashioned that I got. I mean, it's not like a super like nice restaurant or anything. Also, it's like a small town in Maine. But at the end of the day, it was very funny. The people behind me were drinking chocolate martinis. Steak, do you remember making chocolate martinis?
Yeah, I do.
Bro, I don't. Every time I see a martini that comes out looking like that, you assume it's espresso. But I'm like, there's no way that's an espresso martini. Maybe that's just how they make here. Chocolate martinis, hilarious. So, anyways, came back while I'm on this topic, in bed by like 7, which is amazing when you get old.
Yeah.
Already had dinner, had a couple drinks, feeling good. Watched Housemaid last night.
Housemaid. Oh, I fucking want to watch that. Damn it.
So it's on Prime. You can rent it for $20. You can buy it for 25. It's I would like for you to watch it because I would like for your review. Did anybody in the chat you do just NSFW, not safe for work. Unfortunately, you do see Sydney Sweeney's boobs, so I know some of you guys might not want to watch it anymore.
Oh, shuck. That is unfortunate.
That shirt is asking to speak to the manager. No way. This is a speak to the manager shirt? No. Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a speak to the manager shirt. It's actually worse.
Yeah, I'll change it. How about this? I'll change. I have my other shirt. I'm a big J. Crew guy. J. Crew is my shit.
This is the perfect example of you not standing on business.
What are you talking about?
The shirt is Caleb Williams. The background is Drake May. You come out here with the gangbang background and that shirt on. You get a couple negative comments from the chat. All of a sudden, the background's changed and the shirt's changed, and suddenly you're a big Caleb Williams guy now or JJ McCarthy guy. You get what I'm saying. You got to stand on business. You should wear that shirt the entire stream. It would really be good practice for you standing on business.
No. I didn't have the shirt on when we started the stream. I went out of my way to put the shirt on.
When people saw you on stream for the first time today, were you wearing that shirt?
Yeah.
Then you had the shirt on when we started the stream. Anything that happened before that, irrelevant?
No, this is not bullying. You guys are out of your mind. Don't listen to this dude. Whatever you're saying right now is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I came out into the fire intentionally. Jay
Yeah.
Thorpe, while the intro was going, the 5-minute intro, said, "I hope Degen isn't wearing that shirt." Instead of burying the shirt and trying to be like, "Oh, guys, you made fun of my shirt. Ooh, I'm never gonna wear it for you." I was like laying right here, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'll put the fucking shirt on and we'll talk about the shirt." That's that. How's that not? That's literally the definition of standing on business.
I'm actually proud of you. Up until that point, I was proud of you. But I will not be proud of you if you now give in and change your shirt.
There's no giving in. It's
on business. Keep the shirt on.
It's a shirt I wore yesterday. I have another shirt.
I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, so, but just so you know, I've been doing everything you want me to do so far. Okay. I kept the background because you said you like the background.
Yeah, I would be totally fine if you ran this whole stream with the gangbang background.
Okay, but you understand somebody also in the comments said, "I'm at work. Can you please change it?" So
I know, but is that person serious? Because what, you're at work and
what if you have this on your computer and people are walking by your computer? Yeah.
Imagine getting paid.
This is called being considerate. You try to always paint me as like a selfish dictator. Couldn't be further from the opposite. I'm over here walking into the fire, taking the bullets today with the shirt on, and I'm being considerate for the guy who has our stream up at work. Yeah.
That's interesting. I'll say that. It's interesting that people are walking by seeing Rising's computer at work, but that's another.
Why is that interesting? Have you been into an office? There's computers everywhere and people walk by.
I don't know. I would think that you would not want the screen pulled up while you're at work. You'd probably have it minimized and you just listen to it while you're at work.
Yeah, now that's an interesting thing. I'm kind of with you on this. That goes back to people who watch podcasts like Parker. Parker watches podcasts on YouTube. I just listen to them, like if I have BTL on or something, or, Pardon My Take, or even VSiN, all that shit it's usually on my phone. And then I'm listening to it on an AirPod. But people love the visual, dude. People love the visual.
I tried watching Pardon My Take the other day on Netflix, and that is not my thing.
No, it's not really my thing either. I don't even know what podcast I really do watch. The only time I'll watch a podcast is if actually no, I don't have a good answer. I'm not a podcast watcher. But anyways, quantitative, good to see you. Steak. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Yesterday was a funny day. I shut it down this weekend. Had 4 best bets on Saturday. Wrote it on the Book It article or the Book It website. A lot of you actually paid attention, which is great because I did check my phone and you were very quick to say, not you, but the people were, "You're not looking good. This isn't looking good. We're not looking good. Thank you." The St. John's game did not go over. Michigan was like tied at halftime or up by 2. Yeah. They came out and blew them out of the water. So I went 2-2 on those. Sunday, there was a slate. I said, you know what? I'm not going to get involved. I want to just relax, shut it down. I'm not even going to try to crank my brain to get it going and like, oh, let me look at fucking Middle Tennessee Valley State and whatever the shit. I'm just going to send you $200. I'm going to send you $200 and I want you to gamble for me. What I thought was going to happen is you were probably going to take like the kings of college basketball, like the Sacramento Kings, maybe like a Houston, something. I don't know if they were playing, but I thought you were going to like a big favorite by murder. That's kind of your plays that you're really good at identifying, maybe a dog or 2. And then the first bet you make is LeBron James to win the MVP of an All-Star game. I don't even know, I'm being dead serious. Did you even think for a millisecond to be serious with the $200 I sent you to like try to spread it out and do some real wagers? Or did the first thing your brain think of is I'm going to turn this into a bit?
Well, I actually really genuinely did think LeBron might get the MVP of the All-Star game.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You thought that?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And then
Did you bet it?
Yeah.
For you.
Yes.
You bet it for you.
100%.
Hilarious.
On my life.
Okay. Continue.
And I also thought Colin Morikawa was going to win the tournament. I think Colin Morikawa is going to win every tournament.
Stop.
Moving forward, I don't think is that outside of the realm of possibility that he goes on one of those crazy runs where he just wins every tournament, which we'll talk about that Wednesday when me and BK do golf and you come in 30 minutes late, but that's neither here nor there. I actually really thought Colin Morikawa and LeBron James were winning. So it was a bit because I knew it's funny because you hate those two guys. It's just a bit that I actually thought was going to pan out. It did pan out because Colin won, but it would have been absolutely incredible if LeBron then also won MVP.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
That makes me feel a little bit better. I thought you were just straight up putting $54 or whatever it was on the LeBron bet, like in the toilet.
No, I mean it was in the toilet. He never had a shot, but no, I really thought it was going to hit. I really liked it. Snowman liked it too. Maybe you need to hear that because you think I'm a fucking meme capper. Well, Snowman liked it too.
No, I don't think you're a meme capper, but I mean, any time you're posting a ticket and you're making a wager, like, well, you'll do dumb things because most of the time your caption is like, I don't know shit about fuck, or I'm a big dumb idiot or something like that.
Yeah.
But I know there's still an element of like, I think this is going to win. LeBron James to win the MVP of All-Star game is not something I would have considered. But somebody did say he had a triple double last game. So I guess he was kind of in his bag. But I guess now that I think about it, it makes sense. He's older, face of the NBA, phasing out though. This could be his last or second to last All-Star game. Maybe he'll go out with a bang.
The problem is, after giving it some thought, it's going to be his second to last All-Star game because we're not getting LeBron retirement at the end of this year. He's going to have a farewell tour. We all know that. We know LeBron, of all people, is going to have a farewell tour. And it will probably take place in Cleveland, Ohio. So LeBron to win the All-Star game next year, I already put the $800 from your Colin Morikawa bet. I rolled it over to LeBron to win the NBA All-Star game MVP next year.
You might have done that because I haven't gotten paid out yet.
Yeah, you never will.
Okay, so then you've got Colin Morikawa. You took him 55-1. And hey, listen, honestly, kudos to you. All right. You know how things in the universe work. You bet Colin Morikawa every tournament this year because I stopped betting him. And I really thought you might have given up after the first round. I'm sorry, the first go at this, because I think Morikawa was beyond pathetic in his first showing in his first golf tournament.
I think there was 2 showings where he was pathetic.
Yeah. I didn't even really see him in contention. I followed Thursday. Friday, no, I left Saturday. So Friday, I just don't even remember. He must have had a really, really good round.
I think he had like a record-breaking Saturday.
Okay. So Saturday, he went nuts. Then going into Sunday, whoa, wait. I sent you, yeah. So Sunday,
going into Sunday, he was in second place. I think 2 shots behind Akshay.
Okay, so he was 2 shots behind Akshay. He was live 6-1. Is that what you got on the teal?
Or any golf on Sunday, he was 6-1.
Okay, what I could gather from peeking on my phone or just people texting in group chats, Scotty Scheffler really made a run at this.
Oh, absolutely. He had 3 eagles. He had 2 like right off jump. He was like, from at one point, if I'm not mistaken, he was plus 210 to win, and that was in the lead. I had already clipped the chatter of me and you talking where you're like, no, I just like him to go low today. I don't want to bet him to win the tournament. I'm like, we should take him to win the tournament 32-1 or whatever he was. I clipped it just in case. I wanted to have it in my back pocket in case Scotty won and Colin didn't. So that clip will never be seen by anyone, unfortunately.
Scotty went 63 with 3 bogeys. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's a freak. And then he ended at minus 20, and you started to get the feeling like the weather was really bad. And you were like, oh, yeah, these motherfuckers are going to like bogey here because Morikawa and I forget who else were at 21 under. I want to say not Minwoo Lee. It might have been Minwoo Lee. Either way, you were like, oh, Scotty's going to sneak into a playoff here at 20 under.
Okay, so I love when you have a guy in contention on Sunday looking at the live odds.
Yeah.
Like, yep. When I had Sepp, when I doubled down on Sepp a couple years ago, I went, he finished his round early. He went nuts. He shot like a 59. And so there were like 3 or 4 guys playing after that were maybe 4 or 5 shots back, but they had a whole round of golf to go. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I didn't know what to do with myself. So I went and I ran around a track. And what I kept doing was just looking at FanDuel. And Sepp would go from like minus 210 to minus 350, back to minus 160. Like, that's almost more fun seeing the odds boards change than like watching what's going on shot by shot. Sometimes I know that sounds stupid, but you were watching this, you were tapped in. I saw at dinner, I checked twice. I saw Morikawa was like minus 240, and then I saw he was minus 450. But I looked at the PGA app, and on a par three, I think it was a 16th hole or something, he shanked it. It was like all the way in the shit.
I believe that was the 17th hole.
Okay. So
before the 17th hole, he was minus 1,000.
Okay. So
and he went from minus 1,000 to minus 220 after the shank you're referring to.
Yeah. So then he chipped it, and then I think he was about 11 feet for par. Did he miss or make that?
Yes. He bogeyed 17, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody listening to me talk, remember I'm a golf rookie, but I think
no, you're doing a good job. And I like this. And you can say, like, naturally, you've slowly started getting to golf. Like, it's electric, right?
Oh, it's electric. Yesterday was crazy. There's so many things. Well, I have a couple questions.
Sure.
You didn't watch, but I just want to know. Is Akshay a bitch?
I actually I don't know that I'm the right guy to ask for that. Because I don't really. Akshay was like the guy that got kind of popular from social media, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he's got like a hot girlfriend who caddies for him or something, not in the tournaments, but like maybe leading up to the tournaments. And yeah, he's really young. He's got like a little bit of swag, but I don't know if he is or is not a bitch because I haven't followed him that much. I haven't bet on him that much. I'd be curious to hear what other people in the chat have to say. He's like 21 years old. Clamper says yes. Have you seen him eat a sandwich? He for sure a bitch. Huge bitch. Okay.
Never seen him eat a sandwich, but I will say I saw him golf up until yesterday, and I was like, wow, this guy's amazing. This is a good fucking golfer.
This seems really well said, by the way. Isn't a bitch, but it's early. He has early bitch tendencies.
He was dreadful yesterday.
He was.
Dreadful. It was like a completely different golfer. From watching him golf Saturday to golf Sunday, completely different guy. I mean, he was dreadful. He had nothing that looked good yesterday. He was the one I bet live. Not that I obviously preferred to hit Colin, but I just was watching him closely. Oof. He looked absolutely brutal yesterday. And then there's one thing that happened that I can't believe is allowed. So obviously, as the tournament went on, the weather started to get pretty rough. There was this guy, I think his name was Jacob Bridgerman. Does that sound right?
Bridgman. Yep.
Jacob Bridgman. He had like a shot that like went into the rocks, and then it went into the rocks, into the water. And he got it from there up to the green. And it took him about 30 minutes. Those 30 minutes were Morikawa's hole 17 to 18. So Colin Morikawa was just sitting around for 30 fucking minutes while this knob job just absolutely blew it. And then he couldn't get his ball to stay in place for the putt because it was windy. And I'm just literally watching this, and I'm like, number one, this shouldn't be allowed. If I'm Colin Morikawa, I'm so furious at this fucking dork who can't finish his hole. And I got to sit there and watch it look like the day after tomorrow. I mean, it starts getting darker and windier, and you're like, holy shit.
Is it raining or is it just windy?
It was super windy and super dark. I don't really believe it was raining, no, but that was absolutely crazy. 30 minutes. I think there was even a clip of Colin Morikawa saying 30 minutes later after he got to go. And I was just thinking of how irritating that would be if you're trying to finish a tournament and you have to deal with whatever the fuck that was.
Dude, I would have been shitting my pants if I had Colin Morikawa and that was going on. Quantitative says, I'm a big fan of steak butchering golfers' names and whole recaps. I can't stop laughing. Hey.
No. This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Names. I'm going to butcher the names for sure.
Yeah. That's okay. You're doing a great job, by the way, I think. But in all seriousness, that would have been absolutely livid. I have bet on Bridgman actually this year. He didn't do shit. I think I bet him at Waste Management, but he's not a terrible golfer. Did he have a chance? Like, was Bridgman ever in contention to win?
Yeah, I would say so. I think he was right up there at the top for quite a while. He kind of blew it too. He's young, right? I feel like he looked super young. He blew it for sure, but he was like right up there. At one point, it felt like Colin, Sam Burns, and Jacob Bridgman were like all tied at the top.
Yeah, Burns is a dog.
Burns blew it too.
Burns blew it.
I mean, I think so. He started to look like he was going to take control at some point. I think we were even texting with Beeve, and I was like, Sam Burns is big dick in these shots, and Colin Morikawa was playing like a bitch. And right after I said that, he had a couple rough shots.
Yeah,
he was playing aggressive. I like that.
Yeah, I love Sam Burns. He's my guy. I I wouldn't have had FOMO if he would have won. But it would have been like he's a guy where even if I don't have money on him and he wins, I'm like, all right, that's okay because Sam Burns is a cool dude. Bridgman winning would have been like, what the fuck? Colin Morikawa winning without any money on him would have really, really stung. So, I mean, I'm not kidding. Like you that could not have gone any better.
Yeah,
The way yesterday went down of like, hey, gonna send you some money, make some wagers, and in my head, you're gonna take like fucking Colorado State, Nevada, whatever, and you hit me with LeBron James and then Colin Morikawa to win a golf tournament, and Colin Morikawa wins a golf tournament. I mean, that's amazing. And you know what it kind of feels like? You know what it sort of feels like? It's been
the year of Colin Morikawa.
Well, I was gonna say the year of Degen and steak. Or Jeff Sunday and steak.
I like that better. I like that
because it feels like it's been a while. Well, it's been. I mean, This isn't me hitting a golf outright. I want to be very clear. I'm still very, very cold in that sense, and my guys aren't even really in contention. But just like being on the right side of a funny bit feels like maybe getting some bounces. Maybe getting some bounces. We could get a few bounces. That would be nice. And you know what else makes me think this steak? It was heads in the Super Bowl.
Well, that doesn't work for me, but I'm happy you got the bounce in the Super Bowl. I had tails. I actually had to Venmo you $100 for that. So I don't know if that really vouches for the year of steak in Degen, but I'm happy you hit heads. Feels like you just wanted to bring that up for some reason.
No,
but,
dude.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
It has not been heads in a very, very long time.
You know what we have to do next? We have to take somebody to win the college basketball championship.
Yeah. A little salty that Special K. I haven't seen Special K since Sharon Moore went down. I hope Michigan fans are doing okay.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, he said that I mushed the Detroit Tigers, I mushed the Detroit Lions, and he wouldn't let me bet Michigan. I mushed Michigan football, so he wouldn't let me bet Michigan basketball. And now Michigan basketball might win it all. I can't go back to them, so I need to find a new.
They're like plus 375. There's no.
Yeah, and they were like 20-1 before the fucking season started. I need to find a new team. Just quickly in the college basketball recap from the weekend. Shout out to I forget who the name was. Somebody on Twitter tagged us or commented and said, "Learn from the fake sharps, W's," because that's what we're here to do. Clearly, we're teachers. If you can't tell from my sweater, we fading the obvious bounce back spots. And this guy commented and he said, "Hey, I'm going to take Texas Tech at Arizona, spread and money line," and they went outright in overtime. So I was just curious, were there any, like, how'd you do on Saturday and Sunday? Is there any takeaways, anything worth mentioning? And then after that, I want to talk a little bit about the NBA All-Star weekend.
Did decent. I think I was profitable betting college basketball this weekend for sure. I didn't bet Arizona. And honestly, reading that guy's post, I got major FOMO. I was like, oh my God.
You didn't bet Texas Tech?
I didn't bet Texas Tech. I didn't fade the obvious bounce back spot. I don't actually know why I didn't. That's the first thing I was like, man, I'm happy for this guy, but what the fuck? I didn't even think about it for some reason. And I think it's because I've been telling myself Arizona gets disrespected. They're going to get even more disrespected now that they've lost back-to-back games. But either way, that was a great look. I'm glad he found it. Takeaways is that, you know, everybody, well, you saw my post about February 21st being a screening of the Final Four. I think I had that post retweeted by Texas Tech fans over 200 times, reminding me that Texas Tech has beat 3 of those 4 teams. I think Texas Tech has beat 3 of the top 4 teams in the country, or at least 3 of the top 4 going into yesterday. So they reminded me that 1,000 times. I even have an ex-Texas Tech quarterback DMing me, telling me that they're worth a shot to win the Natty. True story.
Cliff Kingsbury?
Not Cliff Kingsbury.
Patrick Mahomes? Dude, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can't go in on him now. Like, that's just buying too high.
You would have needed to do it when I made that post, right. 38-1.
Right.
They were 38-1. Now they're 22-1. That's a hell of a jump from one game.
Yeah, this feels like taking Iowa State in years past. Like, Iowa State always makes you want to believe that they can make a run, and they beat some big teams, and they're kind of in that like 20 to 30-1 range, and then they get to March, and it's like they don't stand a chance after the Sweet 16. Ramble said you guys cooked on Saturday. W Ramble, I was tuning into that.
Very bad episode.
Yep. I also listened to you guys. Oh, yeah, that was before I started my journey. I was listening for about 15, 20 minutes. Heard you guys talking about Duke Clemson. There was another game I wanted to talk about. Well, shout out Louisville, by the way. Also, kudos to you. I had Kansas +7 on the road at Iowa State, locked and loaded, ready to go as a best bet. You talked me off of it, so I want to give you your flowers. Thank you. I don't know if you ended up betting Iowa State, but that was a line read right there, giving Kansas all those points after a big win too. So appreciate that. We transitioned into Michigan. The Gators unfortunately slacked off in the second half for me. Kentucky scored some points at 83, but Louisville covered against Baylor, our Louisville Cardinals. But then the other game that I wanted to talk about was Purdue beat the absolute piss out of Iowa. I was just curious if there's anything to take away from Purdue in that game. Do you think that they could be getting right a little bit going into the end of the season in the conference tournaments?
I'm saying no. I'm out on Purdue. They play Michigan Tuesday. That should be a fun game. I believe it's at Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
Like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
Tomorrow Purdue plays Michigan, and Yaxel, I'm pretty sure, guaranteed a victory or came as close to guaranteeing a victory as you can. Talking a lot of shit. Michigan's feeling cocky. I don't blame them. That's the game where I'll decide if Purdue is back or has any type of chance, not beating Iowa. Sometimes Iowa can turn into a team that's just Bennett Sturts and no one else. And
sure,
I'm not going to throw a team a party for beating Iowa. I'm really not.
Sure. I guess the only other thing I wanted to ask you, college basketball wise, who, if anyone, are you considering? Because now is the time. It's getting close to the time to maybe throw some money out to win it all.
You mean like a long shot?
Not necessarily like 60-1, because we already have Louisville in the bag there.
Yeah.
Anybody 15, 20, 25?
Texas Tech or Texas.
No. What about Arizona?
Arizona's probably like plus 450.
They're still up there. Okay, never mind.
Second best odds still. I might be an idiot for saying this, but I don't think I am. After watching the tournament last year, I'm pretty confident that this one could be even more chalky. So I'm not going crazy with long shots. I like Florida and Houston. Those are the two that I like. You don't hear me say I like the Gators very often.
Yeah,
they're nasty.
Okay.
And if the guards, ever since I basically called them out, the guards have been balling. Boogie Flanning, Xavier Lee. The front court's no problem at all. Everybody already knew they were going to be good. They're going to out rebound mostly everybody they play. They're a fucking a size disadvantage and a mismatch for everyone they play. They're beating the shit out of everyone. They didn't cover against Kentucky, but they absolutely dominated the game, and it was never in doubt that they were beating Kentucky. I really, really like the Gators, and I really like Houston. Houston plays Iowa State tonight at Iowa State. That game should just be, there's a couple times so far this year, I think Purdue, Nebraska, a good example, where you're like, ooh, March is getting close. Like, these games are getting more competitive, and they're coming down to the wire, and I think Iowa State, Houston tonight should be a March is close game. It's going to feel like that.
I could buy in on Houston. I've bought in on Houston before. I've said I'm not doing it again with Calvin Sampson, but I like this Kingston Flemings guy. Kind of feels like they've got like a true scorer. Is this Houston team better than last year's Houston team? Is that what people think?
In my opinion, absolutely yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's talk a little NBA All-Star game. Or not All-Star game. Let's talk All-Star weekend. So I didn't get eyes on anything live, but I have seen obviously all over my fucking feed. The dunk contest was an absolute disaster.
Correct.
Not a surprise by any means, but I have a little bit of a problem. First off, our guy Jace is getting flamed, but I want to defend him a little bit. And this is how I'm going to defend him. I saw Jackson Hayes's. Is that the guy? Hawes or Hayes? Jackson Hayes?
Yep.
I saw his dunk where he just ran, and I think Jackson Hayes thought he was doing a Michael Jordan impression, like flying through the air and jumping from very far. He was not even close to the free throw line. He was between like the free throw line and the basket, which I truly just couldn't comprehend that's what he thought should be his dunk in a contest. But you see that happen, and then you see Jace Richardson, do like a 360 off the side of the backboard, and I think he hit his head, or like the ball, it was supposed to go to the hoop and the ball hits the side of the basket. He falls back. The guy could have had a concussion.
It looked pretty bad.
It looked really bad. Not only, I think he got up just fine. He laid there for a few seconds, but he got up just fine. LeBron would have needed an ambulance. And let's give him a little bit of credit for trying something. Like, can we give Jace, and I'm not even saying this because I'm a Magic fan, but can we give him credit for trying something, or is this a reach?
Love the LeBron stray. I was proud of him for trying something. I think Jace Richardson really can't dunk. And so having a guy who can't dunk in the dunk contest is hilarious. But I did say that going in, he's bad. The Jackson Hayes dunk was crazy, but it's what did anybody expect? I guess the only one who I expected more out of was Carter Bryant, but like Jackson Hayes is a goofy 7-footer. I don't think anybody thought he was going to go out and do amazing. It's just so funny to see that he literally that was a layup line dunk. It was a layup line dunk. I don't know what else to call it. It was, I couldn't believe it was the dunk contest. Like it keeps happening where like with the Pro Bowl and the NBA All-Star game, it happens where you say this can't get any worse and it keeps getting worse. Like the dunk contest was the worst thing I have ever watched.
Yeah. Why is it Mac McClung? My stepdad, he watches a lot of ball, and like he'll go even to like high schools if there's a really good, like when Doc Rivers' son, what's his name, Austin Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Austin Rivers was playing, he was like going to watch him play and stuff. He loves ball.
Yeah.
He swears like Mac McClung can play, and he's like, why don't they give this guy a chance? He was on the Magic's G League team. I see this guy doing dunks. They look so cool. I feel like they're somebody's got it out for Matt McClung. That's all I want to say.
Mac McClung isn't an NBA player, and it's like that meme where you take him out of the cage for the NBA All-Star weekend and then you put him back in the cage and no one hears from him again. I think if you're having Mac McClung, you might as well just have those dudes who set up for the halftime show where they jump off the trampolines and dunk. Just do that then if you're going to have Mac McClung is a circus animal, if I'm being completely honest. He's not an NBA player, and I don't want to see him win the fucking dunk contest for the 4th time in a row. He's a fucking carny.
Might be a hot take, but I don't want the best dunkers in the dunk contest. I want the biggest names that can also dunk. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go through this again, but it's a shame that we're not going to get like the Vince Carters, the Jason Richardsons, in that even again. I mean, also even like Brent Barry. Remember Brent Barry?
People be because like I'm with Rambo. I don't want it to be like LeBron and Giannis. Like who would be the best dunkers that are also the best players right now if you could set up a 4-man dunk contest?
I don't watch enough NBA to know.
Like, I can't believe Zach LaVine's not still doing it. I'll be honest. I know he's not a superstar. Ant's a good one. Yeah, Ant's really good. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Ant's a great one.
Yeah.
Ja Morant, I'll give you that, I guess.
Jalen Green's a good one.
I'd probably put Zach LaVine in that bitch. I'm going to be honest. I'd do Ant.
But Zach LaVine, he's been in it twice, hasn't he?
Yeah, he beat Aaron Gordon that year. Remember you yelled at him that Aaron Gordon got robbed when we were at the Magic game and he told you not to start that shit?
Yeah.
I feel like he hears that a lot.
He fucking should. That was the first time I sat courtside, by the way. I don't think I was like belligerent or I didn't really chirp.
No, not at all.
I did have to let him know. Let him know.
No Zion. I'm out.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell.
What? Donovan Mitchell would be fun.
Yep. Okay, the other thing I was going to ask you is I did not see anything from the 3-point contest. How was that?
Dame Lillard won. I didn't watch a ton of it. I'm almost upset that I didn't think about it. I saw when they announced Dame Lillard was competing, everyone was like, oh, this fucking guy hasn't played an NBA game and he's just tore his Achilles 6 months ago or whatever it was. And I was like, in my head, I was thinking old me would have thought that was a great opportunity to take Dame Lillard, but I had to roll with my guy Con Knipple. So I think Devin Booker, if I'm not mistaken, missed the game tying shot to like send it into like a sudden death, or I don't know what they do in the 3-point contest. But yeah, Dame Lillard.
That's who I would have bet. So I guess I'm glad I didn't spend any money on it. So he had a chance.
He had a chance. You would have got your money's worth with Devin Booker.
Oh, Booker. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, Katie's leaked messages.
Dude.
So I have this bookmarked. Should I try to pull it up?
You definitely should. I mean, there are so many funny ones. And then as much as you try to convince yourself this can't be real, you go to Twitter and Twitter's just full of detectives. It's real, man. That is Katie's burner. It is Katie's burner, dude. It's absolutely
okay. I've got a good one. This is from an account called NBA DeBad, 3.4 million. He basically, here are some supposed quotes from Kevin Durant's fake Twitter accounts. And I saw a clip of Kevin Durant like on the court and he like pulled out his phone and someone said, I know this motherfucker cooked. He can't get it off his mind or something, that he knows he just got exposed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just like talking shit about Russ, talking shit about James Harden. He's talking shit about Jabari Smith and Sengun and his teammates now and his GM now. Like, it's not even like, I feel like Ramble just said it, that I think he called Russell Westbrook a triple-double cocaine bear, which is, by the way, the best nickname or anything you could call Russell Westbrook. Like, literally 10 out of 10. I can't think of anything better. But no, everyone would be like, that's hilarious. You kind of know him and Russ got beef. Russell Westbrook is a triple-double cocaine bear. And I forget what he said about James Harden, or like, oh, he said, like, if you don't set screens for, one of my favorites was Steve Kerr doesn't like dark skins after Michael Jordan punched him in the face. Oh, my God.
Hold on. Can I just explain something real quick? A triple-double cocaine bear
Is the best.
So fucking good. That, I mean, he might be able to write like poetry. Yeah. Like that's really, he needs this sweater. He needs this sweater to go sit in a cafe with a pen and a fucking little notebook and just go to town, because this is brilliant. Okay. I didn't hear that one. I didn't see that one. I didn't see the Steve Kerr one.
He said, when the Suns lose, they're my team, but when they win, they're Devin Booker's team.
Yep. I saw that. Man, I miss Ben Simmons. At least he passed the ball.
Yep. If you don't set screens for Steph Curry, they're waving your ass.
Sengun can't shoot or defend. Jabari Smith is the R word.
Yeah.
Chris Paul doesn't know shit. Anybody know anything about Jokic's turnovers? ? Kyrie Irving didn't compete with me, but that triple-double addict Russell Westbrook did. I miss Harden. He has a good heart. Kind of delusional, but I get him. Cavs to win the East. Nice. Okay, those are good. I mean, just here's some other ones. Coach called that play to pass to Alp. I'm gonna turn the ball over with this shitty ass team. I don't give a fuck. Your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's way bigger issues than my turnovers. Remember, these guys are your future.
33-20, by the way. I think they're third place in the East. He's talking like they're like 10-40.
Real talk though. He says, I can't trust Jabari to make a fucking shot or get a stop. Jabari Smith is not that guy.
Gosh, no, he's trash for sure. But he's 22, if I'm not mistaken, 22 years old, probably idolizes KD. Now he's getting a chance to play with him, and he has to read these. I mean, it's pretty brutal. You definitely just blew any confidence that Jabari Smith had left is completely gone.
So do you think if this ends up being true, what happens to Kevin Durant?
I don't know. I don't know you're ever going to see like confirmed true or whatever. Oh, yeah. He called Vogel and Devin Booker, Stalin, and Hitler.
So, but I guess my question is this, like the Rockets traded for him. I know they didn't really give up a king's ransom because nobody was really that in on the guy they gave away. Who was it? Was it Jalen Green? Is that who it was? And like a couple picks. But I mean, Kevin Durant is a motherfucker.
Kevin Durant is a motherfucker.
I like how ruthless he is. And I'm a big Twitter guy and he's a Twitter guy and I love it. I love how ruthless he is. But this isn't good if you're the Rockets, you know? Like this could be a legitimate problem. You have to treat it as one, or do you just brush it, you know, hope it goes away?
You hope it goes away. I don't think you'll be publicly addressing these things. They're just the things he said are too wild to address formally. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you address this? He called Jabari Smith the R word. Yeah. How are you going to address that?
Well, I'll tell you something. Twitter is ruthless, like ruthless. NBA Twitter is on another level.
NBA Twitter is on another level.
NBA Twitter is absolutely insane. And now I don't even want to get started on NBA TikTok, but NBA TikTok isn't savvy. NBA Twitter is like savvy. NBA Twitter is like Knicks fans. Like you go in there and there's 5-year-olds that know everybody's fucking contract and everything. NBA TikTok.
You're describing the people who go on the real app.
Sure.
Perfectly.
I don't think they're going to let this go.
Oh, no. NBA Twitter is not going to let it go.
Yeah, but dude, NBA Twitter it's
never getting publicly addressed. Ever.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think they're going to be able to move on from this. Last thing I want to talk about. So the 3-point contest, you recapped that pretty well. I saw a clip, and again, I got to keep giving this guy's flowers. I told you I've done a 180 on him. Still can't stand his fucking voice, but Gavin McHugh has grown on me. And he posted a clip that I saw this morning. He said the NBA All-Star game might be back. and it's got like 1 million or 2 views. It's doing really well. So I watched it, and it's him narrating the end of one of the All-Star games. I didn't really understand how it works or the format, but it was
Round robin.
okay, but no, it was like first to 40, but you have to win by 2 or something. So it was like 40 to 39, and LeBron's team went down. I think it was Team World or some shit. They were the old heads, and De'Aaron
It
Fox.
wasn't Team World. It was Stripes. I think.
Stripes. Okay, De'Aaron Fox had a game-winning 3. It actually looked kind of fun.
Yeah, Darren Fox hit a big shot. I think Scotty Barnes hit a game winner, if I'm not mistaken, the following game. The games were fun enough. Like, I'm not prepared to say what Gavin McHugh's saying, that the NBA All-Star game is back, but it was the best part. It was not truly miserable, which I think is
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
in the right direction. I thought it was a good time. The last game was a blowout, which is fine. It's not back. Let me make it very clear. The NBA All-Star game is not back because of last night, but were the games enjoyable to watch? Yes, they were.
So I guess that was my question is, it looked to me in that minute and a half clip that it was more competitive. Like they were playing defense.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Like
Okay.
I had made a tweet saying the Kevin Durant tweets were better than anything we saw in NBA All-Star Weekend. And I got some pushback, people saying this is pretty fun. I'll give them that for sure. It was very enjoyable. I watched it. It was fun until I wish the last game was obviously closer, but there's nothing you can do about that. The fact that you got 2 game winners was cool. You got Kawhi going absolutely insane in one of the games. He had like 17 unanswered himself at one point, Kawhi Leonard. And then you had Ant giving the old guys the belt in one of the games, which he had a great quote after that where he said, like, yeah, these guys, LeBron, KD, Kawhi, they paved the way. So it's only right I repay them by giving them the belt.
I love Ant, man.
Hard not to love Ant.
I love Ant. I don't know off the court if he's a good or a bad dude. I really don't know, but I fucking love Ant. I really do. Like that's my kind of hooper. I love if Paulo had like 20%, 25% Anthony Edwards in him, I feel like he would be a dog. But man, Anthony Edwards is he's just a bad motherfucker. Anthony Edwards is going to be one of those guys that he's going to win a championship. And I want to have money on him when he does.
The thing with Paulo, I'm going to try my best to explain this so it's relatable.
Don't spend too much time on it.
I won't. But I'm really upset about Paulo. But I haven't gotten to let out all the anger I am about the way Paulo plays this year. I go to the games. Whoever's at the game was with me, or even the random sitting to the right of me, have to hear me bitch about how soft and bad I think Paulo is this year. Mm-hmm. But it's like when your girl dumps you, but you're really busy, you know, like you're working and you got a bunch of shit going on. So your girl dumps you and you're sad, but you don't have any time to like sit around and be sad about it yet. So you haven't really like let it all out. And then one day you just fucking explode, right? You let it all out. One of these days, watching Paulo Banchero play basketball, I'm going to explode. That's how I feel. Paulo Banchero has been miserable to watch this year. I cannot get over him at all. Awful.
Is Franz better?
Well, he's been hurt for a long time. He was great before he got hurt. He hasn't been anything special since coming back from injury, but he's also been on a minutes restriction.
Yeah, Sonny Dutchy kind of has it. He put it very eloquently. Paulo ain't a girlfriend. He a hoe.
Very eloquently. Franz is not dog shit. Snowman. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. Michigan thing.
Carry on. Oh, stop it. So, what you just said happened to me. I was 2 seconds behind you. He said it because he's a Michigan player. By the way, I went into Snowman's stream the other day.
You stopped by.
You weren't there.
I probably wasn't there.
You probably weren't. Yeah, because you just talk a big fucking game. Mister didn't watch his 9-minute video.
Snowman knows what it is, bro. Snowman knows what time it is.
No. Snowman knows what time it is because I told him what time it is. I'm the time feeder. But no, you did a really good job letting me know that he cooked with his Aladdin take. But then you tried to skim his fucking Matt Nagy video, and I didn't let you get away with it. And then I watched it; it was very good. But then I was in his stream. I think I gave a sub or two. No big deal. Nice guy, Jeff Sunday. No big deal. Not a dictator. No big deal. Desmond Bain do anything? Yeah, Malcolm. Seriously. All right. Here's how I want to wrap it up. Anything else that we should recap or discuss while running?
It could lead to a weird conversation.
Okay.
I did have a day of it's my wife's birthday weekend. So yesterday was the day she did all the stuff with her friends. So I did nothing but hang out with my daughter and watch sports. I did watch some of the Daytona 500.
Okay.
Michael Jordan's team won the race. Did you know that?
Well, I only know that because I saw him doing some weird shit.
That's what I wanted to talk about. And then I was wondering if it can be discussed. Why was Michael Jordan touching that kid?
I don't know.
Why are you touching a kid ever? But specifically, given the climate of everything that's going on with the Epstein files and everything going on, why are you touching a child? Like, I can't understand. What the fuck are you doing? I'm so confused. And I know I
Brain dead.
probably shouldn't say any more than that, but what the fuck are you doing? Why are you touching that kid? I don't understand, bro.
Awful. They're awful. Like,
LeBron would never, ever, in his whole entire life, never,
yeah,
never, ever.
yeah. Okay. I'm not a LeBron guy, but I can't. This
You
is
can't argue that, dude. LeBron would never.
well, no, I saw someone retweet it and said, okay, yeah, it's LeBron. Like this, that's Freeze is saying, yeah, Degen, don't start. I didn't start shit, by the way. Steak just started that by saying LeBron would never. It's not good. That's not good. It's not good. And this is
If
what I
it
like.
was the winning driver's son, and I saw someone in the chat say that, I'm not sure that makes it better.
No, how does any of that make it better? You can't do that. It's a winning driver's son. What is he doing? What is he? You just can't do that. It's fucking weird, man. It's just weird. And the times are weird, and you got to stop doing weird shit. You can't do weird shit. Like, you got if you're doing weird shit, if you're a big public figure, you just can't. You can't do it. It's not a time to do weird shit. It's okay. I know his dad. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, that's funny. How was the race? How was the race?
I one of my drivers that I bet to win was involved in the first crash. I don't remember exactly how many crashes there were. There were two big ones that I saw myself, and another one of my drivers, I believe, was involved in the second crash. The guy who won, I believe his name is Tyler Reddick, made a crazy, like the last lap. You should watch. It's a good time. Last lap is a good time.
Yeah. Fun fact about me and the Daytona 500. I went with my dad when I was a kid. We stayed for about 80 laps, and then we left early to beat traffic. Hour and a half drive home, whatever. And we had it on the radio, and it was a photo finish, and there was a huge wreck, and it was like one of the most exciting Daytona 500 finishes in like 20 years or something. Don't really care, but I will say, going to the race, more fun than I anticipated. I was very young, but the people were really nice. And you could buy these headsets.
Yeah.
They were like $40 and you could listen to what the pit crew and like people next to us let us borrow them, and you could like change channels and shit. You could hear what they were saying. I was like, oh, this is cool. But like after a while, like the vroom vroom, I kind of got over it. Racing is just not my thing.
It's fun for 100 laps, like you said. Drink a couple beers, going with your dad, tons fun. I've been to a Daytona 500. I've been to a Pepsi 400. I will say this: I don't want to come off as insensitive, but I'm going to do my best not to. But I grew up by Daytona Beach, which obviously you know, and I've told the chat before. And when Dale Earnhardt died, that in Daytona Beach is how I imagine New York was on 9/11. That's how serious.
Oh, really?
Oh, I mean, it was like people were flying flags at half mast, sad everywhere you went, just fucking sad for weeks and weeks and weeks about Dale.
That's not because he was from there, but he was just a racing icon in Daytona. Daytona is
only thing that happens in Daytona Beach is spring break, like week in
NASCAR. Best Daytona Beach experience was Sun Cruise Casino and Molly Brown's combo. Chef Timbo, slight. Don't forget the Desert Inn. Don't forget the Desert Inn. I did do a great my first spring break experience of going to Daytona back in the glory days. I mean, people would drive down there from like the University of Wisconsin, Miami of Ohio. It was such a good time. But I learned the hard way, when you go to reserve a hotel room, you have to be over like 18 years old. And so you can't just call it like 15, 16, a junior in high school and be like, hey, can we book a hotel room? So you have to get a parent who's like down, or like a family relative. I think my aunt did it. But yeah, the Desert Inn. I don't know if you remember the Desert Inn.
I know about it.
That was the spot for spring breaks in Daytona. All right. Well, I think we did a pretty good job for the recap. I am going to be on the road back to the city tomorrow. So no stream. I got to hit around 9, and then I got to go straight to corpse shit. It's going to be a long day. Wednesday we'll be back. Steak, you are also traveling this week, so you're not going to be available Thursday, correct?
Yes.
We should get a guest on. I don't think the chat wants to hear me yap for 2 hours. So we'll get somebody on. Not the whole time, but maybe 30 minutes. If you have any nominations, feel free to let us know. Be happy to do so. No stream tomorrow. I am I've never done this before, but we're it's my last day of vacation, last day of shutting it down. I really have like 3 things on the agenda. We're going to the spa after this. We're getting a couples massage. And this is the first time. I like massages. They're not my favorite thing. I've had to get deep tissue because my back sucks. Like you can't just get like the meaningless fucking, what is it called? Swedish. You get
Yeah.
deep tissue massages where they like hurt.
Nah, I'll go to a normal massage and then tell them like the most pressure possible.
Pressure. I'm a bitch. I moan and groan. My wife actually hates getting massages with me because when we go to the little Asian place and we're in there, I'm like, "Argh, argh." It's not enjoyable. She can kind of like take the elbows in the fucking back, not me. But anyways, they only do a 90-minute here. I've never gotten a 90-minute massage. Like 60 minutes is usually good for me. And here's my concern. I've had 2 cups of coffee this morning. I just drank a whole.
Oh, you're gonna have to pee during the massage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pee during the massage. So what do I do? Do I tell them ahead of time, like, hey, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom? Like, do I just let you know? And then I have to like,
you know how when you go to a massage, they come in, they say, okay, we're gonna let you get undressed now, and then we'll be back in, and then they knock and they come in and they say, flip over or stay on the side you're on, right? Let's say they flip you over. So you're face down, you're getting massaged. I would tell them, hey, whatever time it is that we do the flip, when you flip me back over to my front, I'd like to use the restroom, please.
Tell them ahead of time, right?
Tell them ahead of time for sure. Okay. That way they're prepared.
So someone said over 3.5 pee breaks. I'm really just going to try to do 1. So I'm going to go into it with like, I can make it like 45 minutes, pee, another 45 minutes. That's 90. Yeah. So I think I can do just 1. I'm just trying to think of like, someone said, stop drinking now. Yeah, exactly. I should do that. I was just kind of thirsty, but you're right. I should stop drinking now. Gonna get a lobster roll. And then I'm having like, I had a couple drinks yesterday, but I'm gonna have like 2 drinks tonight. What is and I was curious because I know what you drink. You're a big tequila guy. You're a big high noon guy. You don't drink like a bitch. I'll give you that. You really don't drink like, even though I make fun of you because like you drink peach high noons instead of like beers and bars. You don't drink like a bitch. There's a nice bar downstairs. I like sitting in a nice bar and having a cocktail.
Yeah.
My first cocktail was a Negroni. So I'm going to have the old fashioned I got yesterday was a joke. I was going to do like an old fashioned or Manhattan. What is Steak's cocktail of choice?
Well, that's an espresso martini. But if I can't have an espresso martini, here's the thing, man. I like citrusy drinks with tequila. Okay. And I know everyone would think, oh, that's a margarita. But I hate when they're too sweet.
You don't like sour mix? Yeah.
I don't really like simple syrup either. Doesn't that go in a margarita?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's sugary.
Like I like a sour ass margarita. Sour.
You know, you like a skinny margarita.
Yeah, I just can't see myself going to a bar and ordering a skinny margarita.
Okay, but let's say you go to a cocktail bar and they have a menu of cocktails. Are you looking, it's bourbon, it's mezcal, it's gin. What's your base that you're looking for? Tequila?
Absolutely, 100%.
Always tequila.
Absolutely. Always.
Okay. If it's like floral, if it has like some shit in there, you'll do it.
Yeah. I think we did. I did something with gin at Standard Pour in Texas because there was like a citrusy gin drink and it didn't look too sweet. I was like, you know what? I'll try this fucking thing.
No, you know what that had? It either had mint or cucumber. I'll tell you right now.
Cucumber.
Anything that's got cucumber in it, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, it's kind of delicious. I think the chat's gonna hate that, but
no.
Cucumber with your liquor, kind of delicious.
Oh, cucumber is probably one of the best. Cucumber in a drink, I'm in. Mango, my favorite fruit, mango margarita, I'm in, but I'm with you though. So anyways, yeah, J-Bat Snowball, cucumber is amazing. Skinny margaritas are good because they're mostly just lime, agave, tequila. Also can do that, right? Unk is an alcoholic snob. No, I am not. I'm not an alcohol snob, not at all. You can drink a fucking espresso martini. I can still have a little, just like you judge me with the shirt that looks like a mime. I'm just gonna judge you a little bit, you know.
I'm definitely cool with being judged for drinking espresso martinis. I just really like coffee, and those are my favorite things to sip on. I had 2 for Valentine's Day dinner. I'll say this: completely wrecks your sleep. Completely wrecks your sleep. It's just,
like an espresso martini, in my opinion. I know they're very popular now, and everybody just kind of gets them as like a base cocktail. I think they serve a purpose of like, all right, I got a drink tonight. I'm also a little tired, so you need to pick me up. and you also want to start to get the night going, an espresso martini is perfect. But half the time, you just said you like coffee. Half the time, they don't even have coffee in them. It's like coffee liqueur. It's
no, I don't get espresso martinis with liqueur. I make very clear.
So you ask.
I asked if it has cold brew or if it has espresso, or if I see on the menu it has cold brew or espresso. I'm not drinking fucking espresso martinis without coffee or not espresso martinis. I want to be
apparently Adam got picks just said something. Yeah. Yes. Correct. Anytime I see cucumber in those cocktails, I'm usually in. I don't really care for bitters. I'm not really the biggest bitters guy, but I'm in on that. All right. My company got the best coffee beans, W's. Steak, I got to wrap it up. Any closing words?
Oh, we have to talk about Houston, Iowa State at least before we
talk about it.
Yeah. So that's a game tonight I'm excited about. There's only hold on a second. Let me go to it up. There's also
is Iowa State fake sharp.
Is Iowa State sharp?
I don't know, but I have a few minutes though. I thought we were just doing a power hour, so let's get to it. I didn't know there were any games tonight.
Well, real quick, then there's two games that I think are worth talking about. We don't have to talk about any small ones. Let's go to Duke, Syracuse first. Duke is -20 at home against Syracuse.
No, we don't have to talk about that.
You don't want to?
A 20. We don't even talk about 20-point favorites on an average random day.
Just bet Michigan. We've bet Michigan as 20-point favorites many times.
Well, yeah. Well, they were 15 and a half.
Duke hasn't covered a closing spread in 4 games in a row.
You want to take them?
Syracuse been somewhat competitive lately. They're not good. They're still 15 and 11. They just beat SMU outright. Before that, they won in double overtime, I'm pretty sure, against Cal with a miracle cover. They've covered 5 games in a row. Covered against Virginia. Miracle cover against UNC. Cover against Notre Dame. 5 in a row covered against Duke, who hasn't covered 4 in a row. And Duke's offense hasn't impressed me at all. I know Clemson is good defensively, but 70 against Pitt, 68 against UNC, 67 against Clemson. They aren't exactly rolling. I like a Duke offensive explosion today.
Okay.
You said the bread and butter was the big favorites that I think are going to shellac. I think Duke shellacks Syracuse tonight. Any thoughts on that?
No. But I'm with you. Ultimately, I would be Duke or bust. What's the next game?
The next game is Iowa State, Houston. That's the only one we're talking about.
Okay. Start us off.
I saw someone say Iowa State's fake sharp, and I just don't know if Iowa State is sharp at all. I almost feel like Iowa State would be the button most people would want to press after winning at home against Kansas by 18 points at home. It's specifically because they're at home. But then again, I also think that this might be as 50-50 of a game as you could find. Because I think if this game was on a neutral, maybe more people would be pressing Houston. But with Iowa State at home as a short favorite, I feel like that evens it out. There's part of me that wants to stand on business with Houston because I think Houston is really good. I think they're going to be in the national championship game. And so obviously I feel like we're getting to the end of or the middle of February. I got to start backing him in spots like this. I think in order to pretty much ensure they get a 1 seed, they're going to have to win a game like this and another game. So yeah, I kind of want to stand on business with Houston. I also think it should be a nasty game. I think the under is a very popular play. I think a lot of people will be on it. I don't know that I care. I think the game's going under.
You think it's a square under?
I think it's a square under, and I'm definitely leaning towards Houston. Seeing a lot of Houston love, but at least it's from the right people.
Okay.
Iowa State 14-0 at home. Houston 5-0 on the road. Iowa State 5-5 against the spread in their last 10. Houston 9-1 in their last 10, 7-3 against the spread.
It looks like the line's moved up -1.5 to -2.5. So I think if somebody asks, is Iowa State fake sharp? That's kind of what they're asking.
Okay, yeah, so they might be.
Yeah, short home favorite to take care of business against Houston. I would throw a little coin on Houston tonight.
Yeah, I think I would too. It's definitely what I'm leaning towards. No final decisions yet, but it's definitely leaning towards. It's a late game, 9 p.m. If you can get some eyes on it, you should.
I have I probably won't. I have sorry, somebody said I wasn't locked. I did get a corp text. I had to respond real quick. Yeah. But I am looking now also at this game in Duke Syracuse. You mentioned that Duke could be covering a big spread. Well, they also just went way under with that Clemson game. How about an offensive explosion?
Yeah, I used that exact term.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry for the repeat then. All right. I'm kind of with you. Duke team total over or no?
Yeah, I kind of think it is Duke team total over, to be honest. I actually think that might be the best look. Sorry, MJ.
Duke team total over and Houston and a square under in that Houston game. Anything else?
No, nothing else. It's an ugly board. I probably will have some plays on these ugly games that I will post on X, but am I going through that board right now? No.
Okay. All right. Wait for BTL analysis. Yep. We are going to be shutting it down early again. Last day of vacation tomorrow. No stream. Thanks for tuning in. If you're on the YouTube chat, like and sub Twitch. Make sure you're following. We are here every weekday, 10 a.m. Anything else, Steak, before we close out?
No.
Colin Morikawa, great job. Thank you very much. Congratulations on hitting 55-1 outright. You always knew it was Colin Morikawa, and thank you for handling my funds. You are the best gambling advisor I have ever come across. Tune in to BTL for Aaron Judge debate. Yep, guys, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, Pete on BTL arguing Aaron Judge with Krabs should be cinema.
Should be a great time. All right, everybody, have a great day, great week. Off tomorrow. We'll see you Wednesday. Good luck on all your wagers. Peace.